Hello Dark Souls fans, and welcome back to another episode of Methodical Gamer. Today we're taking a look at the Ladle because nothing really screams Dark Souls PvP like a half-naked man beating you down with a wooden spoon. The Handmaiden's Ladle, or the Ladle for short, requires 6 strength and 5 dexterity. This weapon has absolutely no scaling. This weapon has a whopping 20 physical base damage, 40 if it's upgraded. We have mundane infusement on this weapon, and I'll get to that in a second, but it has 20 physical base damage. Taking a look at the breakdown of this build of awesomeness, we have the Mundane Ladle. I'm going to show you guys the breakdown of this weapon so you can see the awesome scaling and the awesome base damage this weapon gets. Alright, looking at our rings, we have the Agape Ring, Ring of Blades plus 1, Flynn's Ring, and the Chloranthian Ring plus 1. Taking a look over at our stats, we have 13 all the way down for our Mundane scaling, and I'll get to that in a second. Alright, let's be honest for a second. The Ladle sucks. It's a garbage weapon. What you have to do is make up for the lack of base damage with the scaling for the weapon. That's why I chose to Mundane Infuse this weapon. With Mundane Infusement, you're going to lose half of your physical base damage, which is not a whole lot because you go back down to 20. And in trade, your weapon gains the Mundane Infusement. So for Mundane Scaling, it's going to scale with your lowest stat. Right off the bat, you're going to get 50 points of parameter scaling just cause. Every time you raise your lowest stat point up, you're going to gain 6 points, and that's into your level 20, and then you're going to gain 3 points for your scaling into your level 30, and then you'll gain 1 point after level 30. Now, logically speaking, Mundane is the best choice because you're going to get the 50 points of parameter scaling right off the bat. The parameter scaling is going to be physical damage, to make that clear. It's not going to be magic or dark. It's going to be points in your parameter boost and physical damage. Something noteworthy about the Mundane Infusement is when you use the Ring of Blades, you're going to gain the full effect of the Ring of Blades, as opposed to using an infusement that divides the stats. Last thing to mention about Mundane Infusement is the scaling will stay even if the weapon breaks, which is good for a weapon like the Ladle that has low durability. Now that we understand the premise of the Mundane Scaling, we need to talk about the Ladle because the Ladle has a few unique properties to it, so I'm going to help you guys so you can serve up some good soup with some extra salt. When you're making a mundane build, it's vitally important that all of your stats are equaled out. So, equipping the Ladle increases your vitality and endurance by 1, so keep that in mind when you're allocating your stats. On top of that, it's going to raise your adaptability by 2, and it's going to lower your dexterity by 1. I'm going to place a caption somewhere on the screen just so it's easier to visualize that, because it's hugely and vitally important. Something to note is when you're leveling up with the Emerald Herald, if you have the Ladle equipped, it won't show it in your stat menu when you're leveling up with her. So make sure you check your actual stat menu while the Ladle is equipped when you're trying to figure out your stat allocation points. Guys, thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it or if you learned something, please hit that like and subscribe button to support me and my channel. And until next time, remember to play smart, keep on winning.